Hey guys, Saki here from SAKITECH, and in today's video, I want to talk about the Samsung Galaxy Tab S4 and its magnificent S Pen. In this video, I'm going to give you a full list of tips, tricks, and a complete tutorial to master the S Pen on your Tab S4 and even on your Samsung Galaxy Note 8 or 9, which provide the same exact functionality with their S Pens as well. Now, the Tab S4 is an expensive purchase, and it's best to maximize your ownership by mastering it completely. So let's dive in and discover the full S Pen functionality. Alright, so in this presentation, I'm going to be using the landscape orientation, but you can use the entire tutorial and apply it to the portrait orientation of the actual Tab S4. So here's the S Pen, and here's the button on the S Pen. So basically what you do is you bring the pen close to the screen, and that's the Air Command floating icon bar. You can tap on this, it's going to bring the Air Command, or you can bring it close to the screen. You don't have to touch the screen, you just hover it over the screen and you press the button, and that also brings the Air Command menu. So over here you have 10 shortcuts, and that's everything that you can actually add over here. Okay, so we got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, and that's the maximum amount of shortcuts you can have over here. I'm going to show you guys how to customize this in a minute, but first let me go into the actual settings over here, and let's go to the advanced features and then go to the S Pen features, and here's all the options pertaining to the S Pen that is going to allow you to customize your experience of the S Pen as you use it with the Tab S4. Now I'm going to show you guys two things right off the bat, and these are just to get them out of the way. The first one is the pointer functionality. If you enable the pointer functionality, when you hover the S Pen over the screen, you'll see a little pointer that follows the tip of the actual S Pen. Okay, so I don't like that, but if you do like that yourself, you can keep this enabled. So I make sure that that is turned off, so you do not see the pointer when I hover the S Pen over the actual screen of the Tab S4. The other thing is this floating icon over here. So this is not really necessary to bring up the Air Command menu. It's just convenient. You can put it anywhere that you want, and it goes to the sidelines and hides over there. You can disable this simply by tapping the floating icon button over here, and it's, as you can see, it is now gone. So if I wanted to bring up the Air Command menu in this instance, I would just bring the S Pen close to the screen, press the button, and it will bring up the Air Command menu. Okay, with the floating icon, you get one more option, which is right over here. Okay, so basically you can tap on this, it brings up the Air Command menu. It's just a little convenient button that hovers on the screen, and if you don't touch it for a few seconds, it actually disappears, so it's not very intrusive. In my case, I don't really like it, but for the purpose of this tutorial, I'm going to keep it online so you guys can see it at all times. All right, now let's talk about how to customize this wheel over here. And of course, I'm going to go over every single one of these features that the S Pen provides to you, which some of them are pretty amazing. But first, I'm going to show you guys how to customize all this stuff. There's two ways to customize it. First, you bring up the Air Command menu, and you can tap on the settings here, which takes you to that exact same screen that we were in when we came through the actual settings. And what you want to do is you want to go down and tap on shortcuts. That's going to bring up the screen, and this area over here is your Air Command menu. So you can see the create note here, you can see smart select, screen right. If I tap on this, the same things, actually you cannot tap on this while you're in this menu. So let me exit for a minute, and if I tap on this, you'll see create note, smart select, screen right in the same order as it is here. Now, if I wanted to customize this, again, we have maximum of 10 items. If we want to customize this, we tap on the red icon and that thing disappears. Okay, so we can make it only nothing actually. So let's tap on create a note, and then you do have two options. On the top over here, above this line, you've got the S Pen features. At the bottom, you simply have apps and functions. So in the Air Command menu, you can have things like the calculator, the calendar, the camera, and stuff like that. On top of that, you have these S Pen features here. Let's see, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11 S Pen features that you can also add here, so you can mix and match and have your own customized air command menu. So let's just add a bunch over here, and then we have, that was the, there we go, that's the final 10. Okay, so let's get out of here, tap on this, and that's the wheel. So again, I'm going to come back here, I'm going to show you all these functions that pertain to the actual S Pen. But for now, let's go back into the menu. I'm going to show you a couple more neat tricks with the actual S Pen. We're going to go over this entire menu from top to bottom, so you are in full command of your Tab S3 and your S Pen. Now, the first thing I want to talk about is called the Air View, which is a pretty neat trick. If you want to enable it, you simply enable this button. And if you tap on this side, it takes you into the details. And from here, you can swipe to see what the Air View is capable of. Let me just show you exactly what it does. Let me show you two things that it does. It does more than that, of course, but you can read those over here by yourself. Let's go out. Let's launch the gallery. And as you can see, we have two pictures. What you can do when the Air View is enabled is you can hover the S Pen over an image and you get a preview. Not only do you get a preview, you have a bunch of options here such as edit, share, and delete. Okay, so instead of going into the full picture, instead of going into the full picture, you can simply hover over the picture. Let's go back, hover over the picture, take a look at it, and do some functions on it if you so desire. Okay, same with this guy, same with any other photo that you would have. You can also do this in other applications. So if you go to the calendar application over here, if you have any calendar entries, you can hover over the entry and you get a quick preview. Okay, so over here you get a quick preview. Over here you can get a quick preview of anything that you need. So that is in fact the Air View functionality under the advanced features and S Pen. Okay, Air View. So that's pretty fantastic. The next thing is a direct pen input. This is also a very fantastic feature. It pertains to handwriting. So what you can do is if you go to Chrome, let's go to Chrome over here. Let's just go to anywhere. Okay, so basically if you go to any field into which you can usually write, and if you hover the S Pen in that field, in this case we're in the web browser, we are in the URL field, and here we can type stuff. Okay, so if you hover the S Pen into one of these boxes, you get that little blue icon. It says T. If you tap it, it converts the keyboard into an actual writing pad into which you can write directly. Okay, so I can say, not perfect handwriting here, google.com, and it's going to convert that into actual www.google.com, whatever you write here. And you don't have to write as ugly and as big as I did. You can write in small, precise alphabets. So that is the direct pen input, and the direct pen input will work anywhere. If you are sending a message, if you're doing an email, if you hover your S Pen anywhere into a field in which you are allowed to type using the keyboard, you are also getting the option to actually use the writing pad that you just saw over here. So hover, tap, and you get the writing pad. You can write anywhere you want, anything you want in here. Okay, so that is the direct pen input. Advanced features, S Pen, and of course, as you can see, I can use the S Pen to navigate through the entire tab, no problem. Anything you can do with your finger, you can do with the S Pen. Okay, we talked about the pointer. Now let's go to the screen off memo. So basically, if your tab is turned off, you can access a quick memo section into which you can take quick notes. So let's turn off the, make sure this is enabled, by the way, so you can disable this if you do not need it. Let's see what it is. So let's turn this off. Press the button on the S Pen, tap on the screen, and it's going to bring up the option to start taking a quick note. You can save the note and you can move on. Okay, the screen turns off again. So that's the quick action memo. Taking quick notes on the go while the tab is actually turned off, and maybe you don't have the time, you just want to jot down something really quick, take a phone number, whatever. You can use the screen off memo. So that's an absolutely fantastic little functionality. And of course, we talked about the air command and the shortcuts, how to customize this. We talked about the floating icon. And of course, this one here is the sound. So set your device to play sound while writing on the screen. So if I were to go into my, let's see, create a note. If I were taking a note, you probably can't hear it because the microphone is unable to pick it up. But what's going to happen is if you have this enabled, it's going to make a noise as if you were actually writing on a piece of paper, which gives you a sense of realism. All right, so that's the sound. You can disable or enable this, and that was the last option under advanced features in the S Pen. Now what I'm going to do is I'm going to go back out. I'm going to talk about all the S Pen features over here. Let me take off the regular things off. So go to the settings from here, go to the shortcuts, take everything off here. Okay, so 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. All right, so pen up and coloring is almost the same thing. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to remove pen up and just add coloring just to make it easy. So let's talk about all these options and see what you can do with the power of the S Pen and the Air command menu. All right, so the first one is a very easy one. So if you hover over here, you tap on this one, it says create note. You click on this, you can take a quick note, you can save it. And when you want to access it, you tap on Samsung Notes and it's going to be right in there somewhere, okay? The next one is a pretty neat feature that I've been using myself for years on the Note series of smartphones. So this one is a Smart Select feature. You tap on it. Let's just confirm that. You can select any portion of the screen in a rectangular format, and then you can save that as a screenshot. And before you save it, you can even draw on it. So if you tap on this one, I can draw on this one. Erase, draw, crop, whatever you want to do. You can save this, and then of course if you go into your gallery, it's going to be right in there. Okay, so that's the Smart Select. If you tap on Smart Select, you get a bunch of options. You can do the lasso tool, you can do the oval screenshot, or you can do an animation if you want to animate an actual video on YouTube. So let's look at the oval shape, and again I can select any portion of the screen. It's going to select the portion that I selected, and it's going to save that. Now let me go here. I'm going to show you one more thing really quickly. If you do use Smart Select, let's just do the rectangle. Let's select this area, okay? And if I tap on Extract Text, it's going to extract the text that it sees on the screen, which is an absolutely fantastic feature. From here, you can change that, take the text, you can copy it and then paste it, or you can do share, and you can message this or email this to anybody. So you can extract text from any screen that you want. It doesn't have to be the home screen. If you are on, let's just go to, okay, so let's just select this area, see what happens. So tap on this guy, Smart Select, do the rectangle, choose this area here, and then tap on Extract Text, and it's going to take that text that you see over here, wallpapers, Unsplash, nature wallpapers, and it's going to give it to you. Okay, you can copy and share. Absolutely fantastic little feature. With the Smart Select, you also have the option to go, like I said, lasso, oval, or animation. And if you tap this button, it can get smaller. You can not move this around, so when you're done with it, you simply click the back button and you're done. The next feature that you have here is the Screen Write feature. So let's say you're in any screen. You can be here in the gallery. You can tap on the Screen Write. It'll take a screenshot, and then you can start writing on the actual screenshot. Okay, so it's great for taking notes. I can circle things, annotate things. I can use this entire bar over here. I can change the pen to a pencil, start using the pencil over here. Okay, if I hover over here, I can do the eraser. I can erase stuff. Alrighty, and if I go, I can undo everything and all that good stuff. Again, I can collapse this or I can expand it. And then when I'm done, I can either crop this entire image, I can share it with anybody using any medium, Gmail, messages, whatever, or I can just save it to the gallery and access it later. As you can see, it is sitting right there now. Okay, so that is the Screen Write. It takes a screenshot, and also you can start writing on the actual screenshot, or if you don't want to write anything, you can just save the screenshot as it is. Okay, so that's also a screenshot functionality. Next up, we have the let's see, we have the live message feature. If you tap on this, just click allow, and what you can do is you can start writing live messages on your screen and give it some really nice effects. So let's say I'm drawing something, and what I can done is I can replay this. Okay, So whatever I write becomes animated live message. From here, I can change the size of what I'm writing, as you can see. I can change the color of what I'm writing, as you can see. Okay, let me just redo this entire thing. I can change the effect that I'm applying, so I can have this glow effect, and I can say, hi. Okay, and then let's replay that. And what I can do is I can click done on this, and once I'm done, it converts that into a GIF image, and I can take that GIF image and I can send it to anybody via email, upload to the photos, via Bluetooth, via Samsung Notes, whatever options you have to share on your phone. So that is the live message functionality, which is pretty amazing. Let's get out of here. Tap on this one. That was the live message. Then we got the Bixby Vision. I'm going to skip the Bixby Vision. Let's look at the translate feature. So first, let me go into actually, let's just stay over here. I just need some text. So what I can do is I can translate paragraphs or words using the translate functionality. The database for this is Google Translate, so it's going to be pretty accurate. So tap on this, just click OK. You get this. The source language, let's say, is going to be English. Okay. And then over here, you have from to. So that's a source language. That is the language that it's going to be translated to. You tap on this. Let's just pick something. Let's just pick Turkish. Okay. So this bar can be moved anywhere. So if I want to translate something, I can simply hover over that word. So I'm hovering over Earth, and it's going to translate that to the Turkish word. So biggest over here, as you can see, biggest is en büyük in Turkish. And you can also do entire paragraphs. So I can tap on this over here, just like that. And I can now, if I hover, it's going to select the entire paragraph for me. Okay, as you can see. So make sure you tap on this. That means text. That means entire paragraph. And you can do this from any one of these languages. Okay, from to. I can pick any language over here. So that is the translate feature. When you're done with this, you tap on X and it's gone. Let's go back out. Tap on this again. Now we got the magnify feature, which is also pretty amazing. You tap on this, you get a little bar. You can move this bar anywhere. It says 150% magnification. So if I hover over anything, it magnifies that thing 150%. If I tap on this, I can do 200%, so a little bit more magnification. Tap it again, a little bit more, and then the maximum is 300%. I can magnify pretty well. All right. So again, I can tap on X and it's gone. The next feature over here that we have is the glance feature, which is a pretty amazing multitasking feature. So let's you cannot access glance unless you have an app that supports glance. And of course, Chrome is supported. So let's say that I was on Wikipedia, okay? And let's say I was researching this guy, whoever he is, and I can tap on glance, and it's going to minimize that window to the side. So let's say I'm taking some notes in Samsung Note using this window. So what I can do is I can hover the S Pen, glance at it, right? Continue taking notes, and then, oops, let me get that date, 1957. I can keep taking notes. So it's great for writing papers. Absolutely fantastic. Glance, let it go. When you're done glancing at a window, you just grab it, boom, remove, it's gone. Okay, so that is the glance feature. Tap this one more time. We have view all notes, and we have the coloring option. This is just going to give you a list of all your notes in your Samsung Notes. And this one is going to take you into the coloring option from where you can start to color if you're bored. So you can pick any one of these pictures. Let's just pick that one. Pick a color. Boom. Oops, you can start to color. Okay, there we go. Of course, you're going to have to do better than that, but you get the idea. So that's just an application that is provided to people that have access to the S Pen. Okay, coloring and pen up are part of the same ecosystem. All right, so that is basically everything that you need to know about the S Pen. After watching this video, you should be a master of the S Pen, and now you will be able to utilize your Tab S4 and enhance your experience even more. Guys, thank you for watching this video. If you do have any questions, comments, or concerns, just drop them down below, And of course, subscribe to SAKITECH for more videos to come, and I will see you in the next video. Have a fantastic day.